We are here today to discuss our predictions and do a preview of AEW Double or Nothing, which is on this weekend. And there is a fully loaded card with lots of interesting matches. And so we're going to just talk about that a little. So the show is on Sunday, and we're starting out with the buy-in. And that is going to be a match between Serena Deeb and Riho. And Riho is the former AEW women's champion, the first women's champion.
Now, is the buy-in just like the pre-show?
It's like a pre-show.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Jimmy, I know you haven't been watching AEW for a long time, so you may not even know who Riho is. Serena Deeb has been on for a while, but both of these wrestlers are great wrestlers. Serena Deeb has the championship from NWA, thank you. And so this is going to be a championship match, and it will be on the buy-in, which is also another name for the pre-show. So I'm going to start out with the Deaf Chef and get your opinion on...
This match is not important. Shouldn't we just say this person will win?
I'm saying what's your opinion on who will win?
My opinion is no one will care about this match.
Deaf Chef, do you care, and who will win?
Yeah, I care enough. Okay, who has it right now? Riho or
Serena Deeb?
That's the point I'm trying. That's the point.
See what I'm saying? See what he's saying?
This match is going to be the best match of the card now.
Yep, there you go.
What do you think about this match?
Tim, at least you answer it. Who's going to win?
I think that Serena Deeb is going to win.
Oh, I agree, 100%.
She has been very, she's been kind of on a roll lately. She's been on AEW quite a bit, and she's been a really strong competitor, and so that's my pick. Dustin?
I have a feeling Rio's gonna take the title.
This chick is gonna win.
Honestly, this match could steal the show. With the talent that both of these ladies have.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good match to start out with. Yes. Obviously, they call it the buy-in because they want people to watch the match and then want to buy the pay-per-view. So they start out with a decent match. So
I think they have a lot more experience than some of the other ladies in the program too. That's probably why they're throwing them on first. So it will be a good match.
All right, so we have a casino battle royale, and it has pretty much everybody who is on AEW in it. Griff Garrison.
And then there's going to be one surprise joker, right?
Right. So Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr.
Do not read all these.
Preston Vance, Stu Grayson, Nick Camarado, QT Marshall, Lee Johnson, Dustin Rhodes, Anthony Bowens, Max Kessler, Penta El Sierra Miero, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, Matt Seidel, Christian Cage, Matt Hardy, Powerhouse Hobbs, Evil Uno, Colt Cabana, Jungle Boy, and a mystery person who is the Joker. So, first of all, who do you...
Now, wait. Did you actually read all those just to spite me?
Well, I read them all because I'm going to ask you who you think is going to win. So you have to know who's competing. And then who do you think is going to be the Joker surprise?
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm being serious now. One, when they were bringing Christian in, they dropped that whole little hint of someone of a Hall of Fame caliber career. Like, they made a big deal about it. I think they learned from their mistake. And I think the surprise this time is not going to be anybody like Daniel Bryan or Andrade or anybody like that, or they would have already started dropping hints. So if anyone's disappointed, that's all on us. We're the one that's created all the hype of who it can be. I think it's simply going to be Paul White, or it's going to be someone coming back from injury, someone simple like that. But I think Christian wins it, is what I think is. But I think there is no giant surprise with this at all. And everyone's going to throw a fit, even though AEW has not given anyone a hint that it's someone big.
So who did you say, who's your pick for who the Joker's going to be?
I think it's going to be the Big Show or Paul White, and I think it's going to be Christian's going to win.
Okay, well, Paul White has been announced as an announcer for the Battle Royale.
Right, and he's going to get up from the table, and he's going to go in, and I'm telling you, everyone's going to throw a fit because it's not a big name, but Dustin's going to come in here right now and throw some crazy rumor that some dude in some basement made up and put on Twitter, and Dustin's going to be like, I read that Daniel Bryan's third cousin on Tuesday shaved Daniel's head in a hope that Daniel will be in the match.
That's funny. No, if you look at the card though, Big Show couldn't be the surprise entrance because he has his own card. The entrant I've heard a lot from.
Wait, what is he talking about?
What are you?
Kim knows what I'm talking about.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
On the Battle Royal cards, how they show all the people. If you look at the bottom, Big Show has his own card.
No, but he's shown as an announcer.
No, well, they didn't say as an announcer.
Okay, well,
but they did say he was going to wrestle.
But the person, I'm making a gentleman's wager now.
It's
okay.
The person I've heard a lot of.
My gentleman's wager is it is not going to be anyone big. It's not going to be Daniel Bryan. It's not going to be Bryan. It's not going to be anyone like that.
Let's hear what he is trying to say who it is going to be.
No, this podcast is about me.
I've heard a lot of.
I can mute you too.
I know more about AEW than anybody.
I've heard a lot of speculations that it's going to be Big Cass from TNA.
No.
Because they said he did not sign a contract in TNA and he's free. And I've heard a lot of speculations is he could show up and be the surprise entrant.
No, I read
it's Big Cass. I hope. That's who I want it to be.
He did an interview last week where he said he's not going to put an end date on anything, but he's going to be there for the foreseeable future in TNA. He has signed a contract. It will not be Big Cass. Name your price on this wager. It will not be Big Cass.
All right. Well, let's go on.
I told you so. 5 I told you so's says it's Big Cass. 5 I told you so.
Right now, if it is Big Cass, then I will come on the next podcast and I will say AEW is the most superior wrestling organization and promotion on the face of the planet.
If it is, you have to shave AEW into your beard.
First of all, my daughter would never let me. I will literally do the entire podcast topless if it is Big Cass.
Please don't.
She says don't do that.
And if it's not Big Cass, all 3 of you have to do it. It is not Big Cass.
No, I'm not in for that.
It is not Big Cass. It's going to be Paul White, or it's going to be somebody who's been out with injury that they haven't talked about. But Christian's going to win it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Def Chef, what are you thinking?
I really hope it's Big Cass.
Big Cass, by the way, is now W Morrissey.
So bad. Just this one time.
So W Morrissey.
Wait. Did he say he wants to see me without my shirt this one time? Is that what you said?
No, I want you to just take 5 I told you so's. I'm not hoping for you to take your shirt off.
Okay. So
who do you have winning the Battle Royale?
I think it should be Christian. I really think Christian Cage should win, like, because I think they haven't used him right.
You think?
Yeah, I totally think. Yes, I agree with you on that one 100%. But if it's W. Morrissey, boy, he stomped a big hole in some people. He's a big dude.
All right, so here's the deal.
Right.
I'm not talking about who wins because that's all speculation. If the surprise person is the Big Show, all three of you in the next podcast has to say, Jimmy, you are the superior person. We are not worthy to be in your presence.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You have not heard who I think it's going to be.
I don't care. I still want you to say it.
All right. Well, so who I think that it could be is Rich Swann from Impact, because Kenny Omega took the title from him, and they have the, agreement of wrestlers going back and forth.
Wait, what does the person in the Battle Royal win?
They win a shot at the championship.
Well, then yours makes more sense than anybody.
Yeah.
Why in the world still? Why are you thinking it's Big Cass?
No, I don't. I'm not saying that.
Dustin. Yours makes more sense out of anybody.
Well, so that's
I'm changing my pick to Rich Swann.
All right, so that's my pick. I believe that Christian Cage will win because he is. They've kind of, when he first came in, he was kind of saying he was going to go after the championship and everything, and he's kind of been just biding his time. I feel like so he will probably be the one to win and then go on for a title championship.
Well, but I think it's still going to be. I still think it's going to be the Big Show, and I still think Christian will win. And if it is William Cass or W. Cassery or whatever his name is,
William Morrissey.
I will happily tell Dustin that he is the most superior wrestling mind of all time. Okay, but when it is not William Cassery or W. Cassery, it is. Okay.
Casserole dish, whatever we want to call it.
All right, we're talking too much about this. Let's move on.
Be quiet, lady who read 800 names. Anyway, the only thing I'm even interested about in this pay-per-view is this Battle Royal and then the Miro match. Like, it's the only thing I'm into.
All right. Well, I am interested in the next match that I have to talk about, and that is Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage. And this will be an interesting one.
Cage that should be held in a cage.
I think
with a lot of rage.
I think the loser has to take the other person's name. So Hangman Cage or Brian Page. Why they didn't think of that gimmick for this is beyond me.
Okay, well, they have been feuding a little bit.
I offered not to do this podcast. She was like, "No, you gotta do it."
I didn't say that. I said you could choose, and if you wanted to, you said you wanted to. Okay, so Adam Page and Brian Cage have been having a little battle recently, and Adam Page has, I almost said Adam Cage, has had, the
whoa, you look so
FTW.
What?
Dude,
FTW.
So weird without them glasses.
This is the real me. Like, these are new to me, dude, man.
He looks like Bobby Boucher's dad off The Waterboy. The guy who shows up at the end with the cross eyes. He's like, "Hey, Bobby."
Wow. This is a tired Corey right here with his glasses off. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just totally off the rails.
Podcast, they said. It'll be fun.
Man.
So Cage versus Page. Let's go to.
Wait. What's the buildup for this? I've seen none of it on Impact.
It's not Impact. It's
or on Dynamite. Like, has it even been on?
Yes, I just said they have been feuding, and
when? They have not been on the last 3 weeks.
Well,
they were on last week.
No, they weren't.
They were
It
on
was the
last
opening
week.
match like 3 weeks in a row.
2 or 3 weeks ago they did. So there's a battle between Taz's little stable because they wanted Adam Page to join them, and of course everybody turns down Taz, and so he turned Taz down, and he hasn't said yes to the Dark Order, but the Dark Order has been like defending him and being out there with him too. So anyway,
You had to look at it.
Hey, Bobby. Best
That's
podcast
great.
of all time.
That's great.
so
I actually kind of
anyway,
like that we're just getting off topic tonight. I
they
think it's kind of
have
fun.
been feuding.
Kim doesn't
and-
like it.
I know.
Well, because later you guys are going to complain that this is the longest one we've ever done, and I'm trying to keep it going. So, Dustin, help me out here. What do you think about this match? Who is going to be the victor?
I believe Hangman Page is gonna win. I wish Cage would put that FTW belt up, but he won't ever defend that.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that'll
Well,
become a
I believe-
stipulation.
I believe
think-
Page
wait.
wins.
I think that Page can lose this match and it will not affect his standing or whether he's over or not. But it would really be a good thing to build Brian Cage up. So I think Cage wins, and then they're going to cycle Hangman back up into that upper echelon of the card. Because honestly, him losing this match is not going to hurt his standing with the fans.
True.
But it would really boost Brian Cage to get this win. And then the reward for Hangman is he gets bumped back up into the upper tier of it that he hasn't been seen for a while. Look at that mature answer.
Well, Brian Cage has already beat Adam Page, so it would.
Can't you just say that's a good thought? Like you have to just rain on my parade.
That was a great thought, Jimmy.
That was a great.
It's
thought.
like here, let me present this well thought out thing, and then Kim Sparkles is going to take a sparkly poop all over it.
Poo poo sparkles. Well,
sparkles.
Def Chef.
this I think they should put the FTW belt up at some point, but Taz pretty much owns that and he can do whatever he wants with it. It has nothing to do with the promotion.
It's
But it'd be
just
kinda-
a useless belt.
But it'd be kind of funny it's like the 24/7 belt. It's about as useless as a turd flavored lollipop.
Well,
I
at least
mean-
the 24 belt is entertaining because it's got R-Truth.
Right.
That's
This
a
one
hard
needs-
truth
This
belt.
one needs to be battled over a little bit. Like maybe just in their own faction. I want maybe they could be a little fight within Taz's group or something to make it funny. But he's just holding on to it and it's meaningless. It's like jewelry right now. It doesn't
So
do
who do you
anything
pick
for
to
him.
win this match?
Yeah, Corey said all that, and he didn't even answer. He's going to win.
I'm gonna say Cage beats Page, and I actually agree with Jimmy on this one. It's not
Okay.
gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt him if he loses at all. He's so over, it's ridiculous. And Cage kind of needs the win.
I agree with you, but I love Adam Page, and so I'm going to say Adam Page is going to win.
Just because you want him to.
Well, I want him to, but I also feel like they, eventually he is going to probably be the one to take the belt off of Kenny Omega. Like, I really feel like he's going to be the one to do that. And I think that if they start now and build him up for a while, then we would, see him like maybe at the next pay-per-view, and he could just steadily build from now on.
I'm going to say Cage is going to win.
Okay.
And the
And-
special guest referee to show up is going to be Big Cass.
No,
What would
hey,
be
Jimmy,
better?
Jimmy-
What?
It should be
What would
Diamond
be-
Dallas
No, it's gonna be
Page.
Enzo.
No,
Diamond
the
Dallas
best,
Page.
the best thing would be is Nicolas Cage showed up.
That'd be hilarious. Oh my
If you
god,
know, he
Nicolas
was the-
Cage with the Page and Cage in the Cage match.
He needs the money. He can't make any good movies anymore.
Wow.
All right,
That's
let's move
awesome.
on to the Sting and Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page match.
Another
This
page.
will be the first match that Sting's going to have in ring. So they have said that it's not going to be a cinematic match. He will be in the ring. And there's a lot of different ways that this could play out. So I'm going to go to Def Chef first on this one and see what you.
I think that was a little passive aggressive.
It's all right. I
Just,
can handle it.
Yeah, tipping off away from me.
With Sting, can he take bumps? Is he cleared like really wrestle, or is it going to be kind of like he does a few moves and gets out and Darby does all the work and gives him the hot tag and brings him in every now and then? Or can he
and then he hits
wrestle?
people he hits people with a bat.
Right. But I mean, Triple H pretty much put him out of commission at that WrestleMania and like really messed him up. So
No, it was Seth Rollins.
It was Seth Rollins.
It was Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Rollins got him after. You're right. But that match with Triple H was a great match, and he got hurt with that one too, though.
Seth Rollins in them stupid suits.
Stupid suits.
If you looked at it though, he did take that power bomb from Page.
Yeah.
Or from Page. You know,
so I mean, you know,
somebody,
Page, somebody that rhymes with age.
Well,
I think that you bring Sting back for this to really have him come in and one, barely do anything, and two, to lose. Like, do people really want to see Sting sit on the sideline like Corey did, barely do anything, and then lose the match? My answer is no and no. I think he does more than I think he's going to do more than we're surprised at. We're going to be surprised.
I think so too.
It's
I think
not
he really needs to.
It's not going to be like Bad Bunny level of surprise, okay? Which is now the standard for everything.
Right.
But I think you don't bring him back to lose, and so they win.
Okay, Dustin, what are your thoughts?
I feel that Sting is going to hold his own, and Sting and Darby Allin beat Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page.
Okay. So I am going to totally go against the grain and say that Darby Allin and Sting like probably don't need to win this match. Like, Darby Allin is going to be over. They can always come back and build Darby Allin up. And I'm going to say that Scorpio Sky has been he probably needs this a little more. And we've got Ethan Page, who, you know, is we haven't seen a whole lot of him yet. And so I think that this could be a way to really give them a big push. And then you can always come back and like start a whole new feud with Darby and somebody else, and it's not going to hurt. So I'm going to go totally against you guys and go with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page to win.
But I tell you what will not happen. Darby will not turn on Sting. I read that today and I was like, there's no way they're going to do that. That's way too
if that happens, it's way too early.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This Sting and Darby thing needs to go on for a while.
Right.
Like
now,
like
that I can see it building and building and building till the teacher or the student becomes the master. But to do it this early would just be a kind of a cash grab. Kind of
way too early. Way too early on that. I agree with you there totally.
All right.
I'm kind of 50-50 on who's going to win this one. Like I go back and forth and think, yeah, it'd be great to see Sting and Darby win it, but they don't need it. I kind of agree with Kim. They don't need it like Scorpio needs it.
No, but in a situation like this, you don't pay all the money and get all the hype and get everyone excited for Sting to be back in the ring for the first time to have him lose.
That's true.
But then
he lost.
Why they make him lose too. This could be a total Vince swerve.
But he did lose at WrestleMania to Triple H, and everyone thought he was going to win and have that WrestleMania moment. So.
Right. He just got paid. He doesn't care.
All right, well, let's move on to the next one, which is Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Ogogo. And this has
I don't
kind of
care.
been set up as kind of a patriotic sort of match. Cody Rhodes is like gonna take on the persona of the American Dream instead of the American Nightmare. And he's been really making it, like American pride and and all of that. So I'm gonna go first on this one. I have a hard time thinking that Ogogo is gonna win, knowing that this is kind of like the patriotic buildup. So I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes winning this match. Dustin, what do you think?
I think Cody Rhodes. But I would like to see how many bumps Ogogo is gonna take, because it just come out that he has broken ribs. So it's gonna be interesting to see how many bumps he takes, or how hard it's gonna be for him. But I could see Cody Rhodes pulling it off.
I
Hearing what you
actually,
go ahead.
I
go ahead.
actually think Ogogo's going to win. After everything I was reading today, I think Ogogo's going to win, and it's going to be Cody. And I think kind of the storyline is going to be that Cody is trying to adopt the Dream name and persona and the legacy of his dad, but he's going to struggle to get it done. Like, he's not going to come in right away and be able to be like, I'm as good as my dad right away. I think he's going to struggle and be like, I'm not living up to the expectations of my dad. That is what I think is kind of what's going to go on. But I will say this, and Kim, Dustin might be the only people that know about this, but if he does come out dressed like his dad, that would be awesome, but it's got to be the black and yellow polka dots that he wore.
I was just thinking the polka dots. Yeah, it's got to be the polka dots.
If he wears that. But no, I think everyone's going to be surprised. I think it's intriguing to see him struggle to be as good as his dad or to take that legacy on.
I got a little twist on this. I kind of agree with you, Jimmy, that I don't think he's going to win. I think it's going to be Ogogo that wins, but I think he's going to try to be the Dream, and he's going to get beat up so bad that he just turns right back into the Nightmare, and that's what's going to fuel him to beat him the next time.
No, because he made such a big deal about this promo, and that promo got so much traction on the internet, even though it was bad traction. They're gonna utilize that momentum of that. But honestly, I think everyone is expecting him to win because he's taking the persona, but I think he's gonna lose and struggle to live up to the hype. At least to me, that is a better storyline than him magically taking the Dream and then he rides off in the sunset forever. I think the struggle to live up to it.
I mean, the fact that he's never going to get to be AEW champion, like, he's kind of taken some hits, and I think he's doing it on purpose because he's trying to actually be more the I'm the boss role and not just win everything and have him go, oh, you're the boss, you can just win it all. He kind of wants to prove that, well, yeah, I'm the boss and I'm not going to win it all. I mean, I agree with you. He's not going to get the win, but I might see how it plays out a little different than you.
So I'm actually more intrigued now for that match.
Yeah,
thinking about it from that point of view.
Well, next
that was very good insight, Jimmy. Thank you very much. Everyone's complimenting me, but you, Kim, you just don't care.
That was great insight, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Let's all bow to you.
The biggest twist is going to be that the Star Spangled Banner is going to hit, and Big Cass is going to come out decked out in red, white, and blue.
Stop it.
It would be funnier if it was Enzo and he comes out and says,
"How you doing?
A cup of haters, a cup of haters."
He can't. All of that's copyrighted now. He gave an interview about how he can't use any of those anything that was put on the shirt is copyrighted. He can't say any of them. He can't say soft. He can't say cup of haters. He can't say whatever he used to say, like I'm a Jedi, Mike
certified G like, and a bona fide stud.
Yeah, he can't say any of that stuff. So
yeah,
he'd have to
come
out
and say,
he's like, I have a bottle of mean people. A battle of mean people.
Next, we're going to go to Jimmy first on this one because
Dude,
I know
this
how
podcast lasted
excited
forever.
he
This podcast
is.
It's the longest podcast.
Shut up, dude.
I know how excited he is for the Miro versus Lance Archer match, and I know who you're going with, but just go ahead and tell us who's going to.
There really is. If this match is not a complete squash, and I'm talking within minutes of the bell ringing, they don't know what they're doing with Miro. Lance Armstrong or whatever his name is. He has. It's a big enough guy, and it's an okay looking dude. But it has to be a complete squash. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think Miro will win, but that's how I think it should be done.
Def Chef, what do you think?
Wow. I think they definitely need to keep the belt on Miro. They've dangled it around for so long, and just he should have been put right in the top card as soon as he came over, and they didn't do it. So
that's what I'm saying. Repaired the image. Total squash.
Definitely. Let him beat the crap out of Archer. But Archer's a big badass dude that's been just destroying everybody. So
that makes it even more perfect.
Right.
I don't think so. I believe that Miro will win it and retain the belt, but I don't think it's going to be a squash because I don't see the Murder Hawk monster being squashed.
Being squashed in 30 seconds.
They have.
I didn't say 30 seconds. It needs to be, but Miro needs to dominate 90%.
They could have a really, really good match. I would dare say that this is going to be one of the best matches.
The show stealer right here.
The show stealer, I do believe. And I think that, one thing that's been going on is that they've been having a battle on social media, and it's been really good. Like, if you haven't seen that, go to their Twitter pages, watch their videos, because they've been going back and forth at each other. And I believe that it's going to be a really, really good match, but I do feel like they can't just put it on Miro and take it right off of him. So I feel like he's going to win. Dustin, what do you think?
I feel Miro will win. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. I mean, I could also see Archer winning, but from what's his name coming out and
Jake the Snake.
Miro's old buddy.
That he beat
Kip
the piss out of.
Kip Sabian. Yeah.
I could see him coming out and maybe cost him Miro.
Oh, no. What if Sabian comes out and he was so traumatized by it that he comes out and helps Miro win? And everyone's like, why are you helping him win? That makes no sense.
That too.
And then he comes out on Dynamite and says, I want to take the title from Miro.
I could see that happening too.
I'm a
I just hope for a really good match.
It must be hard for all of you to be on this podcast.
Sometimes.
It's really hard.
I didn't say
it's really hard to.
I didn't say it was hard because I'm a genius.
I know. I didn't say that either.
Neither did I.
Corey, right. Am I fired? Is this my last?
No.
Next, we have the match that I think that everybody's going to agree on, but it is the Women's World Championship match with Hikaru Shida against Britt Baker. And let's go to Dustin first on this one.
This is going to be a match of the night right here. But Britt Baker wins.
Yeah. I think Britt Baker has to win.
Shida has nothing left to prove.
Yeah, it's her time.
Had it for a
Hikaru
year.
Shida has had it for 1 year. They are celebrating her 1 year of holding the belt on the Dynamite on Friday night. So that means that she's gonna lose. because they're going to be like, good job, give me the belt. So, Dev Chef, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's time. It would be a total swerve if they let her keep it. Like, maybe she wants vacation. Maybe she wants to go see her family back in Japan. Who knows?
She can't leave the country. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah. But I think with the buildup, with everything they've been doing with Britt talking about, look at the standings, look at the, just she's been so good. It's time that they give it to a total heel and just let her run with it and not defend
But I
it.
think they need to do something Friday where like she injured her leg or her arm or something. So she has sort of an out on why Britt's going to win, because carrying the belt for a year during COVID and everything, it's kind of like, we all thought Drew deserved to win at WrestleMania because he got to be the champion during no fans, but they still didn't do it.
Right.
So I could see it going the other way, and they give her this big moment with fans to win, and then Britt takes it soon. So I think Britt will win, but I could see that happening.
Like comes out and just beats her up this weekend,
right? And then she goes into the match. But I could also see her just letting her win as a reward and letting the fans. The fans are smart, so I think it's going to be a great match. Like Dustin said, it's going to be the match of the night. It's going to go down to the wire, and then the fans are going to salute both of them after the match is over. If do you know that vibe? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like when Sami Zayn and Shinsuke first fought, and everyone's like, it was over, and Shinsuke won, but then everyone got a standing ovation. That type of match, I think it's going to be good.
Nope.
Yeah, all right. Well, next on the card, I have the AEW Tag Team Title match, which is the Young Bucks versus Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. And I'm going to go to the Dev Chef on this one first. What are your thoughts on this match?
I'm so sick of 3 of the people in this match.
Can Moxley just wrestle himself?
Right. I've been going back and forth. I honestly think the Bucks are going to keep it just to be horrible. Like I think they need to give it to Moxley and Kingston to kind of help build Kingston, but I really don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be the Bucks. I really do. And no matter how, I think they're horrible at being heels, but they have to keep being heels to get better at it. And I think that's why they're going to keep it. Like, I think it's that whole reason.
And having the title builds a heel. Like, look at Apollo Crews. Like, Look what they did with Jinder Mahal. Like, the title needs, the heel is better when it has a title, and it's doing dastardly things to keep it. I think the Bucks win. I think Eddie Kingston should not even be in a wrestling ring. The best thing about this match is when Kingston gets jumped before he even goes out there, and Big Cash shows up as Mox's partner. That's going to be the best part.
Well, that's going to be Seth Rollins.
All right. All right, Dustin, who do you think's going to win this match?
I think it's going to be a good match. It's going to go back and forth. And when it looks like Moxley and them are going to win, I have a feeling the Freebirds, the Freebird people, their goons are going to come out and distract the ref or distract somebody.
What is he talking about?
He thinks they look like the Freebirds. Look at them. Watch them. They're fucking totally ripping off the Freebirds.
That's a disgrace to the Freebirds.
Yes. That's the
point. Kim, you should go back and watch the height of the Freebirds mania, especially down in the South. I mean,
I know.
It was Beatles mania, man. I am telling you.
Yeah.
They're dressing just like them, though.
Yeah.
And
that's going to make me hate them more now. That's going to make me hate him more.
Maybe that'll finally get him over his heels, because you just genuine real heat. Like real heat.
I have a feeling that the Bucks are going to retain.
All
Kim's
right.
gonna
Well,
say,
I would like to
Kim's
see
gonna
Moxley
go,
and
I'm gonna
Kingston win, but
disagree with all of you because I love John Moxley, and
I am going to disagree with all of you, but not because I love John Moxley, even though I do.
no, she loves Eddie Kingston.
I feel that. So I told you before, I love this John Moxley Eddie Kingston thing that's going on.
Why? There's nothing to love.
I know Jimmy hates it, but I really like it.
Wait, first of all, I'm not, your husband hates it too. Don't keep pointing it at me.
Well, he doesn't vehemently argue with me about it, though.
He looks like a created wrestler, and some kid was like, I'm gonna make a thug wrestler.
Now listen, I'm not saying that Eddie Kingston is like the best wrestler out there. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I like them doing this. And listen to what I have to say. So one thing is that John Moxley is still one of the top stars of AEW. And I feel like they're going to want him to, now that he doesn't have the championship title anymore, and it's probably not going to come back around to him for a while, they're going to put another belt on him because he's going to be like the Grand Slam, or Corey and I were talking about like the triple or whatever, the trio. What did you call it?
I had some name that sounded like gambling-y.
The Triple Crown. The Triple Crown.
Like you bet on horse races.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they'll come up with their own thing, like they'll call it the Triple Crown.
Yeah. So I think that there's a
TNT,
chance
the tag
this
titles,
is gonna lead Moxley to another belt, and also that Eddie Kingston, like, it would legitimize him.
Eddie needs it. He actually needs it.
He does need it. The Young Bucks do not need it. Like I said before, they are VPs in this company that they're trying to run. They don't need to hang on to the title belt forever.
In all honesty, everything I read today, I really think out of Bucks, Dusty, or Cody and Omega, I really think being on live TV and doing all this has really gone to the Bucks' head. Like, I believe they think they are one of the best tag teams of all time, and I don't even think they're close to one of the best tag teams.
Well, they've always thought they are.
Right. I'm just saying, I think they've gotten arrogant, and I don't see them letting them drop the belts. They want it.
I disagree, and so we'll see what happens. But those are my thoughts.
When has Kim ever agreed? So,
like I said, I could go either way. I'd like to see Moxley and Kingston win. What would be even funnier is if they came out in their the stolen shoes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
That has to happen now. That totally
awesome.
has to happen.
That still will not make Eddie Kingston a viable option for a champion.
Well, we'll see.
The only person that Eddie Kingston would be a better champion of is when Nicholas won the titles with Braun Strowman at WrestleMania.
Wow.
Nicholas is the only person under Eddie Kingston.
All right. So let's move on to, I'm torn of which one I want to talk about next. There's 2 matches left. I think what we'll do is we will go with the AEW World Championship.
Wait, real quick. What's the other one? Oh, the Stampede. Okay.
Yeah. So
let's talk about it. Which one's going to close the show? Which one would you pick to close the show?
The Stadium Stampede.
Yeah.
Even though the world title.
Well, look at what WWE does. Their title matches aren't crap anymore.
You need to put the title. You need to put that Pac, Cassidy, Omega match first. Then
maybe they will.
Maybe they will.
So let's talk about that match. It's a 3-way match. There is, on Friday night, they're still promoting that Orange Cassidy is going to accept or decline I almost said John Moxley, Kenny Omega's offer to him to, step out of the match, and then he would have a title shot later on. I don't think that that's going to happen, but I don't know. I really.
So what happens here if Omega loses? Omega is no longer AEW champion, but he's still Impact champion.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so
he's
not both
AAA.
He's currently AAA champion.
Right. So
well.
only the AEW title's on the line. It's not.
Yeah. Yes.
But the bottom line is, and I know you weren't going to go to me first, but I don't care. The bottom line is, you don't go through all this hassle to build Omega up as having 3 belts to have him lose one right away. It will be a good match, but Omega will win, and then he will go on to be a boring champion like he is now.
Dustin, what do you think about this match?
It's gonna be an interesting match. I think Omega and Pac are gonna steal it, and Cassidy's sort of gonna, do his bumps, and he'll be out of the ring. But I have a feeling Omega retains.
Wait, Dustin wasn't around at the beginning. So Dustin, what is your thoughts on Kenny Omega?
He is a different character. I liked him in New Japan, the way he was, but now he's just cocky and arrogant. Okay. I liked him in New Japan.
In the news this past week, Chris Jericho called him the best wrestler of all time.
And what did Jim Ross say?
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to know who I think the best wrestler in the world is? This will blow your mind. AJ Styles. There you go.
But is he the best wrestler, or is he the best all-around entertainer? Because he's not.
Okay, so this is a totally different topic. We're gonna get way off topic here. So let's come back to maybe this on another podcast. But Dev Chef, what do you think about?
I think Omega retains this belt, but loses the AAA belt to Andrade. Yeah, for sure. Because that has to happen. Because that one, those AAA belts float around all over the world. It seems like AAA's are like, yeah, please take us over here to Japan. Please put us on TV in America. They're like, we want exposure, so we'll let anybody win that belt. So I think
and we'll even go as far to help you when your car breaks down.
Exactly.
You know what's funny? I was just reading that the New Japan Heavyweight Championship belt is vacant right now.
And
they were talking about how Moxley has the IWGP United States. They're like, why not give Kenny Omega 4 belts? I'm like, come on now.
And we can call him Kenny 4 belts.
Yeah. I don't like Kenny as much as everybody else does. I kind of refer to him as Kenny Olivier, just like I shouldn't mention him on here. Yeah. I'll just call him Kenny.
He kind of looks like a young Sammy Hagar.
Oh yeah. Horrible haircut.
Does Kenny Omega have a neck?
A little one. It goes straight down to his shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah, because he does his thing.
I've said this before. Is I think he's trying in the ring, at least he's trying to be Chris Benoit, and he's not nearly as good.
Well, I don't know. Kenny Omega is kind of his own animal. I feel like he is a little eccentric. He is, I don't know. He just is his own person. That's all I can say.
If I'm running AEW and I want to get people to tune into this show, I do not have Kenny Omega as a champion. And I think part of the problem with AEW is that they really, really want to cater to those hardcore, true wrestling fans, not sports entertainers, but those true wrestling fans. But true wrestling fans are hardcore, but that's not where the money is. The money is in the casual fans and the families and stuff like that. That's the problem. He's not appealing past hardcore wrestling fans. And even you guys who are like hardcore AEW don't even like him. You don't even like your own champion.
Yeah. I don't like him.
But then
I'm
again,
not sold. I'm not
then
sold
again-
on
but
him
then
being
again-
the best in the world, like Dave Meltzer is, and like, you know, the wrestling magazines are. I don't think he is. Like, I think AJ Styles is way better than he is. You know, I
Dude,
mean,
AJ Styles left butt cheek is more entertaining than Kenny Omega.
Finn Balor's
and
better
everybody
than
has
him.
seen his left butt cheek when his pants ripped. So there you
dude,
go.
Finn Balor. He's right. Finn Balor's better than Kenny Omega.
Oh, for sure.
Dude,
For
Bobby
sure.
Lashley is better than Kenny Omega.
I don't know about that one.
Because Bobby Lashley,
right, let's
at least
move
Bobby
on.
Lashley
Let's
has
move
the
on.
women.
Let's move on to the Stadium Stampede, where it's going to be the Pinnacle against the Inner Circle, and the stipulation is that if the Inner Circle loses, they
Where's my
will
signs?
disband.
Right,
My
but
question
so
is-
there's
my
no
que-
stipulation for the other group at all,
Right, that
which
makes no
means that
sense,
the Inner
but-
Circle's going to lose.
Right. So my question is, for
It's
those of you
dumb.
who have
It's
watched,
predictable.
for none of you guys who have watched for a long time, has the Inner Circle as a gimmick in a group, has it ran its course? Is there anything else they can do?
I believe there is.
I feel like it's time for them to break up and kind of be singles and go their separate ways and get, you know, you and a lot of other people have said there's too many factions in AEW. This would be a way to get rid of one. I mean, they're the original one. They were around since the very beginning, and it would break
Getting
them
rid of
up.
one is not going to make it.
No, but it would break them up, and it would give Jake Hager a chance to like really shine as a single. We haven't seen any really anything of Santana and Ortiz on television for quite a while, and they're a really they're a great tag team. And then we have Sammy Guevara, who is like definitely going to be a future star of the company.
Now I like Sammy, and I think this is a perfect example of a younger, inexperienced person getting shine and mentoring from a group of people who he learned from.
Yeah,
like
for real.
You could just
Totally.
see a lot of Jericho's mentorship and delivery and storytelling and stuff in Sammy. And to me, Sammy's more entertaining than Kenny Omega.
Very much so.
Yeah.
You know, and
We used to hate his haircut, but we don't talk about that anymore.
Yeah, we
But
don't.
You're gonna see Kenny Omega in the golf cart coming down in the Stadium Stampede, hitting Sammy.
So Jimmy
I-
did not watch the last Stadium Stampede. The
Oh my
Stadium
God, it was
Stampede
hilarious.
is one of the best matches there
Oh
have
no,
been
but
in
I
AEW.
read today numerous places that people want to see this one less comedic. Like they don't want to see comedy spots in this one. They want to see an actual
I think it's gonna
But
be
the
an all-out
bump
brawl.
that Sammy Guevara took off the golf cart was one of the
That wasn't
hardest hitting-
that wasn't in the Stadium Stampede. That was in another match.
Yeah, that
But-
wasn't in the Stadium Stampede.
But that wasn't in the Stadium
I'm
Stampede.
out of it.
But then they
I'm getting my stuff
redid
all
it.
crossed
They
up.
redid
Sorry.
it with the horse. Remember, in the Stadium Stampede.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine somebody who doesn't watch wrestling just listen to the last thing that just came out of
And
Kim's
they're just
mouth?
like, this guy doesn't
They
know what he's
didn't
talking
do it
about.
in that match. They redid it with the horse.
Okay, so the first match, the first Stadium Stampede match was completely a cinematic match. Now, this time we're going to be having fans in the stadium. So I don't really think that they're going to be able to do it the same way that they did the first one. And I think for that reason, there's not going to be, it's not going to be like the funny match. I don't think this time. I think it will be a more serious match. And people have talked about maybe it starts out like as a cinematic match, like in the stadium, and then they move into the arena and get in, you know, or at least some of them end up in the ring.
But the
So
bottom line, what Corey said is right. They've laid down this stipulation. To me, it's almost like
Pinnacle
giving it
has
away.
no stipulation.
But no,
So
it
it has
almost
to
gives
go
it
that way.
away. It almost gives it away that the Pinnacle's going to win, and stuff like that. I think the difference maker is going to be this guy. When he shows up at the Stampede, that is the difference maker in the match. The bottom line is, can I watch the pay-per-view the next day? Is that what Dustin said?
Yes, it's on YouTube the next day.
Okay, so I'm gonna get on YouTube on Monday and I'll watch the whole thing. Like I'll watch it. Except for I may not watch. I can fast forward stuff, but I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. But the bottom line is the Pinnacle wins and they take over as and then we pray and hope, and we pray and hope to the wrestling gods that MJF is the new challenger to Kenny Omega. But Kenny Omega's a heel, so.
no, it's not going to go that way. I think that the Pinnacle will win, and I think that they have to win because it's going to make them be more heelish to pull off a good win and not lose and then say, oh, but it was because of this and blah blah blah. Like if they win like straight up and
It has to be like,
they make the Inner Circle disband, that's just going to make their group stronger.
This is what happens when you Google poo-poo sparkles. This is what you get. A unicorn poop with a rainbow coming out of it.
Wow.
With glitter. I like it. Okay.
The best podcast we've had. This is the best one we've ever had.
So I do feel like, and the other thing is that Jericho has been doing this for quite a while.
But he's in the prime. He's in his prime.
He hasn't had a vacation, and
no sarcasm.
He's gonna go back on tour pretty soon. And so I feel like that's also another indication that the Inner Circle is going to lose, because
I think actually out of all of this, Jake Hager is going to be the one that's going to get the out, because or maybe he's going to do more actual MMA fighting, because I think Sammy, and then who are the two other guys?
Santana
and Ortiz.
Yeah, I think all three of them will be fine. I think Hager's going to win that struggles, with everything. Because it was good with him being part of this group. It's kind of like when the Pinnacle breaks up, Sean Spears is not going to have anything to do. So.
He's the chairman. He's going to have things to do. No, I feel like Jake Hager he's had some good matches. Like he's one of the big guys. And
now, don't get me wrong. I love Jake Hager. Love Jack
I
Swagger.
think that it's only gonna. I feel like he is just going to be helped by not having the Inner Circle. I think he'll be better off.
Do you purposely just disagree and go with the complete opposite of everything I say?
I guess we just don't see eye to eye on things, and that's what makes it so fun. So for Jimmy, the Phenom Jimmy, sorry.
And Bobby Boucher's
the Deaf Chef, and the natural Dustin Rhodes. I am Kim.
Kim, do it, Kim.
Sparkles. And we will see you guys next time. Please like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, and we look forward to.
If you made it through this whole video, let us know.
If you
tell us. I watched the whole thing, and you guys
made it through this whole thing.
We want to know.
If you
win a prize.
Leave your Cash App, and we will send you $1.
You know what? If you made it through this whole thing, I might send you $2.
That's $3.
We'll see how many comments we get.
Oh, I bet we get none.
We'll see. All right, everybody, have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Are-
Memorial Day. I was like Labor Day, Memorial Day. No,
It's
Memorial
April,
Day.
people. It's April.
It is the Memorial Day weekend. Have a great weekend.
We should go live.
We
This is a
will be
great-
recording after Double or Nothing on Sunday night, and we will have our reaction show. I guess sans Jimmy, so we'll just have to get
Sorry. My
opinions on
family
it
will be
another
gone
day.
for two. My family will be gone for 2 days, so I'm gonna be spending time with them. And
He'll
I
be
don't
running
have-
around the house naked and just doing whatever he wants.
is that why you want me to be on the podcast?
No.
Corey, that was a Freudian slip there.
No. All right. We'll see
Corey
you guys.
muted himself.
It's the
Yes, I
surprise
did.
roll up. Bye.